Okay, what is up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of awesome, your life 15 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Today's topic is inspired by the recent blockbuster movie Hidden Figures. I actually went to go watch it this past weekend, and it was absolutely awesome. It was mind blowing. I highly recommend everybody go see it. Go see it with your families. There's so many lessons to be learned about ethics, morality, race relations, entrepreneurship. It just had so many layers to it. In addition to being historical and inspiring as a nation. So that's what this is inspired by, and it got me thinking. Last night it got me thinking about the state of our industry and where we're at right now. And so today's topic is actually going to be on why the tide is turning towards online network marketing strategies, and what you can learn from NASA's West Area computers during a segregationist 1960s America. Now, the West Area computers, if you haven't watched the movie, these women who would actually perform calculations for NASA, including the trajectories of rockets and trying to predict landing areas and exit and entry points in the Earth's atmosphere. These West Area computers were people. So before there were computers, there were human computers. And these people performed the calculations that were eventually taken over by computers. And so they were referred to as computers. So that's where the name computer comes from, is that people were once called computers. And so I'm gonna dive into a little bit about aspects of the plot, the big lesson that I took, especially as it relates to things in our life and our industry. So that's the topic for today. If you don't know who I am, let me check just to make sure I'm live here on Facebook real quick. Let me see again. All right. There we go. What's up, everybody? Let me see again. Okay, awesome. So, what's up, Mary? All right. All right, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Fernie Ceballos. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. Now, I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of discovering the strategies and methods we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $11 million in gross income into my home businesses and have helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars collectively in their businesses over the years. So what we teach works. I am a product of the system. I started off within the Elite Marketing Pro community back in 2006 as a student, just like people that are watching this live stream right now. And so I am, I'm a testament to what can happen if you apply yourself and learn some of these strategies. Now, if you're new to our training, I highly recommend you subscribe to these daily lives. On the top right corner, there's you can actually click on the top right corner if you're watching this on your mobile device, and the little ellipsis symbol will show up. Click it again, and the menu will pop up. And in that menu, you can choose to follow us and also turn on notifications so you get notified a little ping on your phone every time we go live, so you can either watch us live and interact and ask questions, or you can watch the recording later and enjoy all the insanely valuable content we deliver here on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you're on desktop, you can simply click on our logo right above the description. That'll take you to our fan page where you can like our fan page and also choose to turn on notifications right on the like button. There's a menu that pops up where you can turn on notifications so you get, again, a little ping on your phone or on your desktop letting you know that we've gone live, and you can interact with us live and in person. So with all that said, how is everybody doing? What's up, Glenn? How's it going, Scott? Robert, what's up, man? You're killing it. You're crushing it, Robert. I'm so proud of you. All right. So I want to hop right into the content. So this will be a little fun, little interesting, little I guess you could say a little sad because it has to do with segregationist America in the 1960s. However, this movie was really just uplifting and inspiring. And so Hidden Figures. So the story is really, 2/3 of the story is about the human computers human computers at NASA. So like I said, before there were actual computers, machines that did calculations for NASA engineers, there were actual people that did the calculations. And a big group of these people were actually black women, African American women, that were segregated on the Langley campus in Virginia and they were, they had their own building. It wasn't as nice as the other buildings, and it was called the West Area. So these were the West Area computers. That's what these women were called. And so when NASA needed basically the tedious work of doing these calculations for their missions, especially during the space race, when they were racing the Russians towards getting into space. First, they lost the race into space, and then essentially they lost the race to get the first man into space. And so this is the story of these West Area computers helping America race, help America race towards getting the first American into space. That was Glenn. The name escapes me. If you guys tell me who the first American in space was, I'll give you brownie points. I know he's Glenn something. I just blanked out, and I watched this entire movie about him. And he recently passed away. So his recent passing was very, it's very apropos because he was honored literally 2 weeks before the movie came out. So anyway, so that's the story. And so I wanted to single out a particular person, a leader inside this group, the West Area Computers. So Dorothy Vaughan was the de facto supervisor, leader of the West Area Computers. And so she realized, so as her team, John Glenn, thank you so much, John Glenn, Robert. So Dorothy Vaughan, so she was basically leading a group of the West Area Computers. Basically, when NASA, the white side of NASA needed help with calculations, they would send somebody over to cherry pick one of the West Area Computers, and this person would, Dorothy would basically say, this person would be great, this person would be great, you guys go. And then they would go, do their job, and then literally come back to their building. And so Dorothy, realizing that there was basically an IBM computer that was being set up to help NASA do a lot of these calculations much faster than a human could, and that was one of the keys to the space race. The IBM computer was key to accelerating our progress towards the space race. However, it posed a dilemma for these women who were already, facing strong, immense odds because of their race. They're basically in danger of losing all their jobs because they're going to be replaced by computers who can do the calculations they are doing much faster. And so Dorothy Vaughan, takes an entrepreneurship approach to this, and rather than feeling sorry for herself or sorry for her team, she decides to go to the library and goes to the white section of the library and tries to check out a book on Fortran, which is a programming language for IBM. And so, but she's denied access to that part of it, so she ends up stealing the book on Fortran and taking it home with her. And that book was on the programming language that was used to operate and program and run this ginormous IBM computer at NASA. And so basically she self-taught herself this programming language Fortran, and then proceeded to teach her entire team how to understand and program in this computer language Fortran that would be used to program the IBM computer. And what happened was when in the rush to try to get this computer up and running, the NASA didn't really allocate resources to training people on how to use the IBM computer, how to program in Fortran, etc. So the short story is that Dorothy Vaughan and her team were able to basically step in and take over that entire division of NASA. And she ended up, long story short, she ended up becoming the supervisor for the IBM team, the IBM lab, and helping in these calculations. And her team, who were previously doing manual calculations, are now basically operating the IBM computer and programming it. And so that was pretty, that story in and of itself, that story within the story, is pretty powerful, but it teaches us a strong lesson about adaption. And so she could have basically resisted and gotten mad, they're going to fire us, whatever. But I think what probably happened is, even with all the racism that she was engulfed in, she realized that the advent of this computer had nothing to do with race. It was just about being able to calculate things faster. And so she basically took it upon herself to adapt and become the person and become the team that would end up, operating this computer. And so rather than being kicked off and becoming a slave to, this technology that would no longer allow them to work, they decided to become the masters of that technology. And so that in parts an important lesson for us here in this industry, having zero to do with race relations at all, because that's not our issue here. But the initiative that she took was extremely powerful, and that's a similar situation that we face with old school network marketers who are looking at the technology, that the innovation that is happening. I'm like, the amount of power, computing power that you have in the palm of your hand is mind blowing, and yet network marketing is the industry that's probably farthest behind of any other industry with regards to adopting technology to progress forward. And so there's a lot of resistance, but I think the tide is turning, and there's a few reasons why I think the tide is turning towards online network marketing, whether you're doing social media recruiting or you're actually building online sales processes or sales funnels or doing online advertising. Here's why. So there's a media and cultural shift happening that's becoming extremely negative. So we've actually, network marketing over the internet age has pretty much flown under the radar, and we've pretty much avoided a lot of scrutiny. Well, that ship has sailed. We're under scrutiny now, and it's going to get more intense. We have the whole Herbalife and FTC fiasco, which was all over the news. We had the whole John Oliver, thing. For 30 minutes, he pretty much railed against network marketing on HBO. That became a big topic. He railed against some of the well-known leaders in this industry. And actually, I think John Oliver had some very good points, and then some other very ignorant points. But the point is, because that thing was so biased, it created this impression of network marketing, especially with people who have never been involved in the industry or maybe had a bad experience. And so that ended up being the #1 trending video on YouTube and on social media for a couple weeks. And now I hear that there's this new comedy series, dark comedy series, starring Kirsten Dunst, very famous actress. And it's a dark comedy on MLM, and it is not a positive thing. You can look it up, dark comedy MLM, and you can read all about it. And also Slate Magazine, Slate.com, has even created a very biased and very negative simulation of what it's like to be in network marketing. So now you have the media, you have social media, you have all these outlets that are now basically pressing against network marketing and putting us under scrutiny because of a lot of the things that result from these old school strategies, these old school network marketing strategies where you're, bugging friends and family, or you're doing the wrong thing on social media by spamming your company links. People are getting annoyed, and now the media is jumping in. And it's creating quite a challenge for people in this industry to operate the way they've been operating. And also the tide is turning for more practical reasons. Bottom line is that doing things online, whether you're doing advertising or you're doing social media recruiting, it's just a lot more efficient, it's more convenient, and it's highly leveraged. You can, operating your network marketing business from behind your computer while you're taking care of your kids is a lot more practical and a lot more convenient than being out in home meetings or doing home parties in other people's houses, or even in your house where you have to kind of either lock the kids in a room or have somebody take them away. And so there's just this impracticality that's happening, especially around our busy lives, that just no longer works anymore for a lot of people. So that's not even taking into account just the negative experiences that people have trying to prospect and recruit people in the cold market. Now I'm just talking about convenience and practicality. And also, technology, being able to do this online gives us leverage. If I go on a vacation to Cancun, I can still operate my network marketing business. I can still make new contacts on social media, sending aside an hour a day while I'm on vacation. I can still, run advertising to connect with an even broader audience. Recently, my best days in my business have been recent. It was over Christmas. Our company, exploded in growth towards the end of the year, and definitely over Christmas and the New Year. So imagine that we as a company, our growth soars when people are most away. When I'm away, I was busy. I was tied up with family. Yet my business continues to operate. 400 to 500 new leads are coming in every single day. Those people are being introduced to our community. And if we were a network marketing company, or if that was the goal, then we could easily transition those people towards phone calls with people in our organization that can convert them. But that's obviously not what we do. What we do is about training. But the process is the same. And so the leverage that technology allows you to have now you can't fight against it. And so, if anything, the story of Dorothy Vaughan is very, very apropos here, because she chose to adapt rather than fight against. And so that's what essentially I'm asking. I know our community members have already adapted. I can't tell you the numerous conversations I've had over the past even couple months with top network marketing leaders in multiple companies who are ready to go online, who are ready to do this. They're ready to basically pay us, hefty consulting fees to help them go online, because they see that tide is turning. And so if you're in a situation where you have that pressure against you, where people are saying, no, don't do that, keep doing it the way you've been taught, the way that it's been proven, whatever, then you have a choice to make. Do you want to adapt, or do you want to stay stuck in the old way? And don't take me wrong about when I say the old way. The beautiful thing about the story of Dorothy Vaughan is, rather than kind of just scrap their old skill set as mathematicians, they utilized that skill set in a new way. So they knew that basically these machines would be doing their calculations for them. So now what do? Now they're using their mathematical mind and analytical mind to learn this new language to program these machines, but they're also still creating new math algorithms for these calculations that have to happen with NASA. That was the job of Katherine Johnson, who was also a computer and the main protagonist in the film. She had to, even after her job was taken away as a computer, she still had to verify the accuracy of these machines. And so she had to do the stuff by hand still to verify that they were accurate. And then also she had to develop new math algorithms that will be fed into the machine. So the skill set of a network marketer don't become obsolete. They become even more important. You just have to be conscious of the fact that you're now applying these network marketing skill sets through new mediums. So you're not abandoning the old school stuff. You're enhancing it by leveraging technology. And so I'll give you a short example and then I'll wrap up. So rather than having conversations with a bunch of people who may or may not be interested, most of them not interested in the cold market where you're cold calling or meeting people, most of those people will not be interested in what you have. What if you had technology that sorted through people? When you ran ads where people raise their hand and say, yeah, that sounds interesting, I'd like to learn more. And then you take them through another part of your sales process where you get them to raise their hand again and say, yeah, this sounds really good. I'm ready to go. I want to talk to somebody. I just have a few questions before I get started. And then you get them on the phone. So it's not about abandoning the phone for the sake of the internet and automation. It's about making sure that all the people you're talking to are high quality conversations. I talk to at least 2 to 4 people every single day in my business. Meaning get on the phone with our clients, get on the phone with people that want to take advantage of some of our advanced and higher level mentorship programs. And on the phone, I'm able to close sales of between $3,000 and $50,000 within a 15 to 30 minute conversation. The reason why I'm able to do that is not because I'm some fancy salesperson that has a lot of training. I have no formal training in sales. It's because our sales process, our sales funnel, the automation part of it, has done so much of the selling and telling for me that when I get them on the phone, they're really happy to speak to me and they just have a few questions. They want to have their reassurance that I'm going to be there for them, which I am. And that's how the conversation goes, and that's how the conversations can go for you. But guess what? You're not selling $3,000 to $50,000 packages. You're selling a $200-300 entry fee into your opportunity, and then taking people from there and helping them in their opportunity. So that's the lesson for today, guys. I hope this makes sense. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. And so thank you so much. So Cindy, thank you so much. Cindy's saying she saw this coming 25 years ago. And yeah, and do old school network marketing methods still work? Yeah, they still work. You can still prospect, recruit, and sponsor people and get them rolling doing that. But how efficient is it? Think about the efficiency that it takes to actually meet people out and about versus the efficiency of meeting people online through social media, connecting through a video chat or Skype call, all of which can be done from behind your laptop anywhere in the world. That's what I'm talking about. So tomorrow there's going to be, I'm going to continue on the same thread. And yeah, Bev, it was an awesome movie. I loved it. I'm going to go watch it again, actually. So tomorrow I'm going to continue on the same thread. I'm going to be talking about actually Donald Trump and Barack Obama. So my topic for tomorrow will have to do with these two figures of our time, very polar opposite types of people. And because I was reminded of something that I had bought many years ago. There's this book here. It's called Barack Obama's Social Media Lessons for Business. And it's basically how it's kind of going over how Barack Obama used social media and the internet during 2008 to win the presidential election. And more recently, Donald Trump using social media and his own brand of media and branding to accomplish the same thing. So the old school ways of politics are over, and there's a lot of analogies that can be made in the network marketing space. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow. It's not a political thing. It's purely a marketing and business lesson that both Barack Obama and Donald Trump can teach us about what we need to do in our industry next. So that's coming tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. If you want to learn more about social media recruiting, if there's not a link in the description, you can simply go to elitemarketingpro.com and you can learn more about our social media recruiting free guide that we give away, and also our course that literally hundreds of, if not thousands of people now have gone through, and it's making a huge impact in this industry. So go check it out, elitemarketingpro.com for social media recruiter, or just simply click on the link in the description if it's there, if you were referred by somebody. So talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome day.